Yeah, we're here with Miss Ezra, this bold, rotten dog. There's Rock on. She doesn't like being on a leash, and she loves being on my lap. But a lot of people don't like being on a leash. It did not a wise man once say. All around the world, it's so easy to see people, little dogs, everywhere, just want to be free. Okay, 2 quick clips I want to make kind of quickly. That's I guess why that's why I said quick. Okay, Scooter is a part for preparing for the modifications. The new motor, and a motor coming up here too, so anytime I get confused about the wiring schematics, I still have a quick link where I can go look at the schematics on the phone and stuff. But it's pretty. A lot of it's pretty basic and simple to me. That's the original battery pack there. You see those 3 batteries together that make 36 volts. That's the one that doesn't last very long. And the one that does last very long is in this gray case here, the upgraded battery. Okay, so you have like a 3/4 inch going to 5 1/8 maybe inch gear here, chain drive. That's what more or less governs the speed, but the 250 watt motor just it was overworked hauling the wagon. It didn't not really cutting it with power, especially with a little bit of incline going uphill. So yeah, that governs the fact that with the wagon it gets up to maybe 14 miles an hour. Without the wagon it gets up to about maybe 22 miles an hour. So anyways, we'll have a second in-hub motor for a front-wheel drive thing. This one will go faster. Won't quite have the power. You know how gear ratios when you're shifting gears in cars, if you drove a standard or anything, how that kind of thing, it won't have the power, but it'll have the speed. So this is the speed part of it, the front wheel drive, and the power part pulling the wagon, more or less back there. It's carrying the tongue weight of the wagon, my weight, and the weight of the wagon. And this super extremely heavy, huge dog here, it'll have to carry the weight of this monstrous sized pup here. You know, she's just humongous. Not. Okay, that's a wrap for the scooter part. I'm going to kill it here, and I'll tell you the wagon modifications that are necessary on the next clip. Yeah, Temporal Rick. And in another timeline, Joe Biden owned 54 donut shops and would never have been a president of the United States. Yeah, dear, that's wisdom for you. What does a wise man say? Well, wise men say lots of things, but indeed, things are strange. A wise man once said, people are strange when you're a stranger, dear. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Yeah, this is Temporal Rick, formerly from Saturday Night Lunatic. Wise men say, we're going to get that scooter on the road there. See, the word is that parts are coming already to make it a super scooter. It ain't as fast as the time ship that I used to live on, but it'll be a super scooter. Yeah. Okay, so the second clip about the wagon, but since I'm outside, I'm gonna, well, the lawnmower's got nothing to do with nothing, that's not going with me. This is taller and narrower, skinnier than the one I have, so I'm swapping for this one. I'm gonna clean this up because that will be my cooled food on the road, which will actually be on the rack of the scooter, not in the wagon. Okay, let's take a look here. First off, it's not going to be original wagon width. We're adding 4 inches on every side except for the back. That's a space thing for wire rack systems that are going to hold lighter things all the way up to the top with a roof, which will be a lighter roof. Even with the solar panels, it'll be a lighter roof, and we have no interest in making any of this top heavy in any way, because top heavy means instability on uneven roads and shoulders of roads. Okay, and speaking of that, okay, let's take a look at this kind of tire, which is more a wheelbarrow kind of thing. It's not good. You see down here, I had to rig something temporarily because bearing bushing was busted out of this side. That was from an unexpected pothole I come up on and couldn't get slowed down time, so the wagon hit it hard. But it wasn't a deep pothole even. And to see the tallness and the narrowness, not good. We're going with 2 inches shorter and much wider front end of riding lawnmower tires. And they're flat instead of the rounded thing here. And there's where we're going to have wagon stability, because that minus 2 inches is not going to take all that much from the bottom height of it's going to drop an inch is what it's going to do. Dropping 2 inches is going to cause that to drop an inch. So yeah, building around all this with the extra width towards the top, we'd have a toolbox back this side. It's kind of going to be kitty cornered off from the centralized RV boat deep cycle battery that's taking the solar charge here. Propane tank over here. And tent and canopy staged around all this. This is all the heavier stuff going on the bottom, where plastic boxes of cooking utensils, eating utensils, pots and pans, all things lighter is going towards the top on the wire racks to keep the top lighter. My bag of clothes and bathing towels and all that sort of stuff kind of stands a little tall. Would probably stand up to here. That will be more or less in this area next to the dog cage. Gonna have all kinds of padded stuff inside, and a water drinking, non-spillable water drinking sort of system. Drink while we can't really stop and they're still rolling. Food, I'm just gonna wait till we're stopped, because it's not gonna be that long in between stops anyways. And yeah, lots of a regular dog bed padding kind of thing in the bottom, where there would be a piece of ply there that's going to be actually that's the top, isn't it? Well, either way, is this top right here? I'd have to invert it, flip it over. Would have a piece of ply, thinner ply on the bottom. Straighten this out and paint it up and everything so it looks pretty too. The padding is for quick slow down, speed up kind of things that might unstable or balance and throw her backwards, forward, whatever. Clear going around this section of the tarp that's going to be above the top. So that way Ezra can see outside this way and outside to the front towards me. At any given moment, she's going to know I'm there. She's going to see some of her surroundings. She's not going to be wrapped into a tarp that's not going to let any light in. We're not doing that. I haven't decided exactly how I'm attaching the clear to the tarp and cutting a piece out of the tarp, blah, 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 but that's how I'm going to do it. I'll have that figured out. If you have suggestions, send them. In the meantime, I'm done explaining that. The owl is very, very close to finished. I had some delays on that. I'll explain that another time, but I've been staying real busy, and I'm killing it just before 6 minutes. Good morning, Wednesday morning, December 1st. This clip is for the episode 6 of the Electric Scooter Solar Road Show. This is a music clip and a real apolitical news clip at the same time. The song really is about the struggles, not just with the patient, but with the family of patients concerning cancer. Ty and Charlene Bollinger, you can look them up on the internet. They have a lot of truth about cancer. Some of them are more geared for promoting alternative treatments for cancer, which, some alternative treatments work better than others, and there's a lot of them out there that are bogus. But the most bogus cancer treatment of all is the radiation and chemo treatments. It's a big $1 billion business. They make a lot of money with it. They push that first and foremost, even though the side effects are way more horrible than the disease itself. The real truth is that you have very, very aggressive cancers that will kill a person within a few weeks or a few months. If they're diagnosed with those aggressive cancers. But those aggressive cancers are really quite rare compared to the ones that are a slow, dormant type of cancer that you can live with for years without any treatment. My stepfather is a big example of that. He had prostate cancer for literally the last 12 years of his life. Untreated, because it's not an aggressive cancer. His doctor was honest with him. He said you probably die of a stroke or something else, heart attack, long before you die of this prostate cancer, because it just sits there in the prostate and does nothing in most cases. And that was the truth. He did die of a stroke, not of prostate cancer that he had for a very long time. As far as the song goes, the history behind this song, myself and John Perry, who eventually got cancer himself and passed away, were jamming. He started playing the bass line to a Robin Trower song, Bridge of Sighs, but I didn't recognize that based on the bass line alone. So I just started jamming with it, and we took it other places, so it didn't sound like Bridge of Sighs anymore. The same song, just had some similarities to it. But in my mindset, the mood, the feeling of the song was the frustration and depression that you would feel definitely if you had uh, cancer or had family members with cancer. You got to deal with insurance and specialists and this opinion versus that opinion and the whole works. It's very frustrating, and of course we got the stigmatism of die from cancer, so it's also very depressing. situation to deal with. And we knew a lot of people that were going through that. So kind of, the song became a mantra on how I'm going to be strong and get through this, despite how bad cancer can be on everyone in family and friends involved with cancer patients. So yeah, the truth is, chemo and radiation is a racket industry. As soon as you try to say alternative treatments, they'll laugh at you. They'll tell you you're crazy. This, that, that chemo and radiation is the only proven cure. Blah blah blah, and that's not the case. It's a $1 billion industry, and they make billions of dollars on the suffering of the side effects. The side effects for those treatments is way worse than the cancer itself, unless it's one of those aggressive cancers like spider cancer and stuff that requires quick surgery and immediate action. That's the exception. The other forms of cancer, the chemo and radiation side effects are more damaging and actually kill people more often than the cancer itself. All right, there's your real apolitical news side of it. Now let's get with the song Got Broad Shoulders. This is acoustic unplugged. I will give you a link to the studio electric version in the comments of the video for you to go take a look at in its original format before I unplugged it for you today. Got broad shoulders, got broad shoulders to carry my world. Got broad shoulders, got broad shoulders to carry my world. And I know it, I got to show it, yeah, yeah. Got broad shoulders, got broad shoulders to carry my world. Got broad shoulders, got broad shoulders to carry your world. Got broad shoulders, got broad shoulders to carry your world. You ain't know it, and I got to show it, yeah, yeah. I got broad shoulders, I got broad shoulders to carry your world. Could it be the straw that broke the camel's back? Could it be was no turning back. Could it be that draw that went and broke my bones? Could it be that draw that leaves me behind here alone? Got broad shoulders, got broad shoulders to carry this cross. Got broad shoulders, got broad shoulders to carry this cross. When I know it, and I've got to show it, yeah, yeah. I've got broad shoulders, got broad shoulders to carry my world, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. All right, yeah, the mantra for mentally fighting cancer situations. Got broad shoulders. The band name at that time was Future Ghosts. We had Jason Raleigh, John Perry, and myself, and occasionally some fill-ins from other Raleigh family members, and sometimes we jammed with Brenda Kleckner, that was a local performer in the Steuben County area, and it kind of morphed from another band, earlier band with Jay Raleigh called Shadow Walkers, where we had Lonnie Smith um, as the bass player, and we mixed up the cover music and played originals in both those bands, actually. And so I miss all my jamming friends, and there'll be a time in the near future, not real near future, where I'll be able to get back together with some of them, like Gloria Deming. Used to be Gloria Dickerson from Gloria and the Ridge Runners. I played in that band for a long time. Art Blanchard, I did some jamming with him and some other people that Art knew regularly. Fred Sly was another person I commonly jammed with, and Fred Neely. Kiss tribute band is what he had originally before I started jamming with him. Um, we did a lot of jamming in Corning. Uh, all those people, I'm going to see them when I get back up to Steuben County area, and we'll have a jam there, and hopefully volunteers to hold phones and set up phones to record that jam and put that up on the internet like these videos are up on the internet. There's going to be a few Wise Bands Say clips and some informational how to modify and build trailers and build scooter clips in this episode. I don't know if you've already seen them because I haven't decided what order they're going to be put in. So that's the thing with video editing. Most of the editing will be done tomorrow after I take a couple other short clips of the Alterego and Temporal Rick characters and some Wise Men Say quotes. We're killing it here, just short of 14 minutes. What's up, dude? Alterego here, and this is another clip of the commentary So like, dude, uh, so like, dude, divorce rate, is like high, like 50%. Everybody's getting divorced instead of sticking with marriages and stuff. And so those things, they happen. It's a matter of how in love you are, and how much forgiveness that you have for things that hurt you in the relationships. Because hashtag wise bands say, a wise band once said, once fell in love and it was a gas, soon found out I had a heart of glass. And that's deep, dude. That's some deep doo-doo, dude. Yeah, man. And like the question you should ask, hashtag wise band say, a wise band once asked, will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? If they say no, move along, dude. Find somebody else. And so, yes, Patrick Morgan, the wise band say, dude, with my sidekick, Miss Ezra here, wound up and hyper, and like little dogs usually are. Yeah, this is it for Episode 6 of the Electric Scooter Road Show. Coming up this weekend, there will be a much briefer end of days discussion video that'll be uploaded probably Sunday night. And then next week, right around this time, we'll have lots more clips for the Electric Scooter Road Show. We will have the parts that we need for all the upgrading, so you'll get some electronics instruction concerning electric bicycles and electric scooters, and setting up of solar panels and charging systems, and so on. So the next one will be very informative with lots of video examples. So we're killing it here at 1 minute and 15 seconds. We'll see you on the next sets of video.